Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, or welcome, this is your first time visiting. My name is LPN Journey Nisha, or I also go by Nisha. I'm an LPN student, and if everything goes well, I'll be graduating August 1st of this year. So I just want to come on here and give you guys a quick math review, because I know that before you're going to nursing school, or before even applying, or even when you're trying to make a decision as to whether or not you become a nurse, a lot of people are worried about the math. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably waited a long time to even apply to nursing school because you were scared of doing math. Don't freak out. If I can do it, you can do it. So consider this your sign to just go for it and become a nurse if that's what you want to do. So I'm going to give you a quick review of like what to go over, some of the stuff that I liked or that I did before even going into nursing school that kind of prepared me for the math. And honestly, it's not hard. If you can multiply, divide, subtract, and add, you're gold. You're good. So I'm just going to give you a few problems that I've done in nursing school, and a few problems that actually were on my test off for math, and we had to pass it with an 85% or better to stay in the program. So with that being said, let's get started. Now, I don't know about your nursing school, but in my nursing school, you were able to use calculators for our math problems. They don't expect us to be geniuses or math whiz or anything. They just want you to get the problem right and to do it the right way and show a step-by-step process. So I'm just going to show you my math worksheet that we had to actually review and go over, that we did the problems ourselves. So let me show you that real quick. So you'll see here that you have IV solutions, and you also have tablets, and you have flow rates and drops per minute. So you have all those different types of questions that you have to be able to solve and get right, and make sure that you round it accurately, because if not, it's totally wrong. So in nursing school, they're going to teach you like 3 different ways to do your math problems. Now, me personally, I like what's called the dosage over half, or D over H times volume or times quantity, because it's the easiest for me. A lot of people swear by a method called dimensional analysis, where you're basically running the whole problem across and you're multiplying, dividing across 9 units and everything. For me, it just didn't work because I need something kind of like straightforward. I can't just go straight across and cross out stuff, and it just didn't seem natural to me. I just could not get it to save my life. It just didn't work. So thank you for whoever created dosage over half or desired over half, because that's what I understand it by. Some places also teach you ratios and proportions, but it's really up to how you solve it. My program doesn't push for a particular method. It's just whatever method works for you. So if you find the one that works for you, stick with it and try to change up, because you'll get problems that might be thrown at you, but if you know your technique and you know how to solve a problem, it's not going to be an issue. So I'm just going to do a quick one that is pretty simple, pretty basic and easy. This particular question says the physician ordered to run a solution at 1,000 milliliters over 12 hours, and it says what you set the IV pump for. So you're taking 1,000 milliliters and you're running it over 12 hours. Basically, and it's asking you what are you going to set the pump for. It's basically asking you what are you going to set the pump for hourly to make sure that the correct dosage amount is running per hour and is running consistently over those 12 hours. So you're going to take the 1,000 milliliters and divide it by your 12 hours. And that's going to be your problem. And it's going to come out to like 83.3. Now, when it comes to 83.3, you cannot program a pump point something. It has to be in a whole number. So if it's 83.3, if you know your rules of decimals and places and everything, you know how to round. Basically, you're going to round it from 83.3 to the whole number 83. Because the only time you round it up is when it's like 83.5, then you'll round it up to 84. So that's how you do that. My favorite problems will have to be the tablet problems, because in real life, or even like in the problems, you're not going to really be solving for anything over 2 or 3 tablets, because realistically you're not really going to be giving like more than 2 or 3 tablets of a drug at one time. So I'm just going to do a quick problem for you guys, and then I'll show you how to also do like a quick conversion, just so you have a little bit of a feel for how the problems are. So I'm just going to show you that real quick. So if you look at number 46, it says a healthcare provider's order is 0.75 grams of amoxicillin PO, or by mouth, and what they have available is amoxicillin 250 milligram tablets, and it's asking you, how many tablets will you give? Now, what's important in solving a problem, a math problem in particular, when it comes to nursing, is that what you desire that the units match up. So if you look at the problem closely, you'll see that the physician ordered 0.75 grams of something, but what you have of amoxicillin, but what you have available, what the pharmacy gave you basically, is amoxicillin 250 milligram tablets. So you're going to have to convert grams to milligrams to make sure that you're giving the correct dosage of tablets. So going from grams to milligrams, grams is the bigger measurement, basically, or weight. So you're going to actually multiply it by 1,000, because there's 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram. So in order for you to get from big to small, you're going to have to multiply it. So 0.75 grams times 1,000, because remember again, 1,000 milligrams equals 1 gram, is going to be 750 milligrams. So remember, what you have available is 250 milligram tablets. So all you have to do is take 750 divided by 250, and if you use your calculator, 750 divided by 250, or use your brain, equals 3 tablets. That's it. So it's not hard. See, it's not hard. You're also going to hear a lot about your GTTs per minute, which is also known as drops per minute, and those are not hard either. I'll even show you a brief way of how to do it by hand, just so you get a look at it. And then I'll also give you some references at the end as to like who you can also look to, because I ain't gonna lie, I use some people on YouTube as well to like help me with different things, or to see how I do it, how you can do it, because I actually teach myself how to do like fractions again, and decimals and division with decimals and stuff like that. So I'll give you some of those sources in the description box, as well as a book that I use as well. So I'm just going to show you this problem real quick, and once again I'm going to show you what number I'm doing, just so you can get a look at the problem as well. So it's going to be, I'm going to do number 48, and it says an IV of 1,000 milliliters was ordered to run over 6 hours with a set calibration of 10 GTTs per milliliter, or which is also known as 10 drops per milliliter. It says calculate the flow rate of the drops per minute. So you see, number 48. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to say, you're going to take your 1,000 milliliters, because that's what was ordered. You're going to take 1,000 milliliters, and you're going to multiply that by 10 drops or 10 GTTs per milliliter. So that's going to give you, I'm going to show you the paper that I'm working on right now. That's going to give you 10,000 GTTs. I'm going to cross out your milliliters. So you're going to have that as your top number. Now at the bottom, because you're working with a time frame and the question asked you for what was going to be run over 6 hours and you're looking for minutes, you know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So you're going to take 60 minutes and you're going to multiply that by 6 hours. So you're going to take 60 minutes and you're going to multiply that by 6 hours. So you know that 60 minutes times 6 hours, you know that that's going to end up being 360 minutes. So now all you're going to have to do is divide it. So you're going to take 10,000 on the calculator and you're going to divide it by 360 and your answer is going to come out to be 27.7 GTTs or drops per minute. Now if you were paying attention earlier, you'd know that it cannot be left at a half a number. It has to be rounded because you can't have half of a drop or point something of a drop. So if it's at 27.7 GTTs per minute, you're going to have to calculate it or calibrate it on the pump for 28 drops per minute because 27.7, if you round it, you're going to round it up because that's greater than 5. So you're going to round it up to 28. So you're going to put at 28 drops per minute. And that's going to be your answer. Now, I'm also going to show you like the conversion factors that we have to know as well, which is also very important because as simple as they are, you're going to see it a lot. So it's good to just know things off the top of your head instead of trying to remember or figure or guess or anything. So let me show you that real quick. Like I said, this is not hard at all. All you're really doing is multiplying and dividing to get from one place to another, to jump from one place to another. A person that really helped me on YouTube was, and I'm gonna just say this probably in most of my videos because I use her a lot, is registered nurse RN. She's awesome as far as like the surge and math reviews and everything. So that one was something she's someone who actually helped me understand the concepts. But for the most part, if you have good instructors, it won't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem with how they teach you, if they do teach you at all. Or you can just get like a regular math review book or even like a GD book, and that should break it down like the basic simple concepts for you. Another book that I use, and this was even before I even got into the program, to just kind of test myself and to see what I did know. I got off of Amazon, and it's basically Math for Nurses. It's the 8th edition. It's a pocket guide to dosage calculations and drug preparation, and the book is by Mary Jo Boyer. Can't recall how much I got it for. It's probably like $18, but this was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But if you actually work through this book before getting into the program, you shouldn't have any problem while you're in the program doing calculations or anything. Just make sure you read and you pay attention. Whatever it asks for in the end, make sure your units match up. Make sure you're reading the problem correctly. Make sure that you're calculating it correctly. Make sure your calculator works. And just practice. I don't know about your school, but my school actually puts math problems on all of our med-surg tests. So it's important for you to not only just know it like for tests or anything, but when you start clinicals and eventually once you get out into the working world as a nurse. So I just wanted to give you guys that brief math review. I know that it's been long overdue, and I know that a lot of people stop themselves from going to nurse school because they feel that they're not the best at math, and I'm not the best at math. There's a few nurses, there's a lot of nurses I know that aren't the best at math, but they're still nurses. So practice and just go for it. Do well, do your best, go for it. And that's about it. So I will get back to you guys soon with another video, and I'll start the Med-Surg series soon. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, YouTube.